Hello and welcome to the Today's Money Masters. I'm your host, Jean-Paul Manu. The Today's Money Masters competition comprises 3 professionals, investors, and a novice, each provided with $500,000 to invest. The participants will invest in stocks, bonds, and collective investment schemes. They will share their strategies over the 1-year period, at the end of which the top portfolio manager will get to keep 50% of his total earnings. So let's continue with the masters on this very exciting journey. But first, a word from our sponsors.
Have you ever been interested in an IPO but didn't have the time to go in branch and submit all the documents? We've got a solution for that. With NCB Capital Markets Go IPO portal, you can submit and track your IPO application from any of your favorite devices. No need to go in branch. No need to contact a wealth advisor. No extra fees. And it's accessible to both NCB and non-NCB clients for all our offers. So no excuses. Investing is easier with Go IPO. Visit www.goipo.jncb.com or text Go IPO to 876-383-1729 and start investing today.
On today's program, we are joined by Timar Jackson, our professional from NCB Capital Markets Limited. Hello, Timar.
Hey, JP.
Welcome back. All right, Sagicor Group, Timar, has just concluded the acquisition of Advantage General Insurance from NCB. How do you see this acquisition contributing to your own revenue and profits?
Well, I feel really good about this acquisition, JP.
Okay.
AGIC, Advantage General, that is, was previously a part of the NCB family, right? And it contributed fairly well to the group's bottom line. AGIC is a profitable company, right? And you want to make sure that whenever the company that you're investing in is acquiring another company, it's a profitable company,
sure,
right? So in this case, that's a major plus for me. I also look at the acquisition in terms of, strategically what that means for Sagicor, right? And what I'm looking at is the fact that Sagicor has traditionally been an insurance company, and it has expanded its group into banking and investments and so forth, right? So adding on AGIC to that platform now will make Sagicor a full-service financial company, offering all the services pretty much that a consumer wants from a financial entity, right? So that will create opportunities now for Sagicor to cross-sell products, to clients who are in the AGIC group. They'll also be able to have AGIC Sagicor customers buy products from off the AGIC platform. So it's a good look, and I think that Sagicor has definitely made a good decision in terms of this acquisition.
I'm curious to know why you think if AGIC is doing so well for NCB, why would NCB relinquish it? What do you think?
Well, my own thoughts are that NCB has recently acquired Guardian Group, right, which has a significant general insurance portfolio. So I think there would be a lot of redundancies there if they were supposed to keep AGIC. So strategically, I think they would have looked at it and said, well, what sort of concentration do we want in general insurance? And after doing that evaluation, came to the decision that, it's a good decision at this time to just, part ways with AGIC. And I think AGIC being a part of NCB Group would have become a really good company, would have benefited significantly from some of the work we've been doing over the years. So I feel good about this acquisition, especially for Sagicor. I feel like they've found a diamond.
Great. Okay. The JMMB Group Limited, a major part of your portfolio, is going to be issuing additional ordinary shares to the market very soon. Normally, new issue of shares, in most cases, are offered to the general public at a discounted rate, than on the stock exchange. Do you think the JMMB shares will further decline because of this?
Yes. Simple answer is yes. And we've seen where JMMB has pretty much taken some hit since that announcement earlier this year that JMMB will be coming to market to issue additional shares, right? I have decided up to this point to hold on to my JMMB shares because I think that the strategy that the company will be pursuing with the funds that they're looking to raise is a good one.
Okay.
JMMB has, they've become very aggressive in terms of their growth strategy. What they're looking to do with this new capital that they're raising is really to acquire existing companies, right? I think some time ago I would have mentioned that they already announced their intentions to do some investment in terms of acquiring the parent company of Sagicor Jamaica's parent company.
Right.
Right? So that will put them in a good position. In addition to that, we know that they have the banking business that they're trying to build out now. Right. So I think some of that capital might be, placed there as well. But there are a number of things that JMMB is doing right now that requires capital, and raising this sort of capital at this time will give them, the sort of space and patience that they need to deploy it to be able to achieve the results that they want. This approach is better than to acquire additional debt.
Right.
It's a good move. Cost of capital seems to be fairly low and attractive at this time. So let's see where it takes the company.
So it's an initial decline, but with an expectation of further growth.
Further growth.
In the not too distant future.
The timing is something we can't be sure of,
right.
And that's where I'm placing my bet.
Okay.
At this time, I'm thinking that within the time horizon for this capital to be raised and deployed and this competition to end, I should see some of the benefits accruing to my portfolio. So I'm remaining bullish on JMMB.
All right. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed. We'll have a little bit more with Timar Jackson after this break.
Have you ever been interested in an IPO but didn't have the time to go in branch and submit all the documents? We've got a solution for that. With NCB Capital Markets Go IPO portal, you can submit and track your IPO application from any of your favorite devices. No need to go in branch. No need to contact a wealth advisor. No extra fees. And it's accessible to both NCB and non-NCB clients for all our offers. So no excuses. Investing is easier with Go IPO. Visit www.goipo.jncb.com or text Go IPO to 876-383-1729 and start investing today.
The Money Masters Funds. It's all about real growth, safety and security of your assets. The Growth Fund gives higher returns for the investor more focused on growth. Money Masters Funds, providing growth and security, performance and financial peace of mind.
We are CUFMC, Credit Union Fund Management Company. Trust matters, and you can believe in our reliability.
Service.
We give impeccable attention to your needs.
Experience.
Careful and prudent are part of our DNA.
Know-how.
After 70 years working exclusively for credit unions, now we're open to all investors. CUFMC, Credit Union Fund Management Company.
How we choose to invest our time today often has a propelling effect for what we gain tomorrow. It's like investing in shares.
Mommy, is this a share?
Yes. She's right. It's similar to how shares work. Companies are publicly listed on the Jamaica stock market. These companies are divided into pieces, and these pieces are what are called shares. The owners of these shares are called shareholders.
We're talking with Timar Jackson from NCB Capital Markets. Timar, Caribbean Cement Company will be releasing their third quarter financials this month. Since the Caribbean Cement Company makes up about 16% of your portfolio, what are your expectations?
All right, JP, I'm waiting on this one with bated breath. I think when you really look at it, I've taken a seriously significant bet on Carib Cement this year.
Yes.
And so far, it has been fairly stable. I haven't seen any major gains, right? So I'm looking forward to the financial release that's coming out this month. I'm expecting from them some growth in the top line, that is in the revenue. I think the conditions in terms of demand locally for cement have been fairly good. I'm expecting that cost in terms of efficiency, they would have been working on a number of projects to become more efficient. So I should see some reduction in operating cost. However, on the finance cost side, I do expect to see some increases there, as we've seen for the second quarter. So second quarter, they took a major hit in terms of finance costs, especially because there was a depreciation in the Jamaican dollar relative to the US. I've been expecting that this trend would have reversed itself by now, but I'm still seeing where the Jamaican dollar relative to the US has traded fairly stable at the levels between April to June for the last quarter as well. So I'm not expecting to see any significant reversal in terms of the finance costs I've seen there due to foreign exchange losses. Okay. Overall, though, I do expect to see year-to-date performance showing an increase over the previous year, because the first quarter performance was fabulous, and with the growth in revenue and so forth, net, I'm expecting to see some of that trickling down to the bottom line, especially because there should have been some improvement in terms of operational efficiency.
Okay, so you're hoping to see that?
I'm hoping to see that.
What it looked like at the beginning, in the first quarter?
No, I'm not. I mean, first quarter was anomalous, I would say. Okay. First quarter profit represented approximately 50% of what the company earned last year. Wow. Right? And we saw a major slowdown in the second quarter. Right, so right. I'm not expecting, based on what I've observed so far, that trend to repeat itself. But year-to-date performance, due to that initial, uptick in the first quarter, right, should look good overall.
Okay, so you continue to be confident?
Yes, I remain confident in the stock.
Good, and we continue to wish you the best of luck in the competition. Thanks for joining us. That was Timar Jackson this week giving us his financial thoughts. Join us next week, same time, for the Masters competition as we meet with another one of the participants. Follow the pros and the one novice each week on the Masters competition. Listen and analyze the strategies with the Masters on RJR 94 FM, Thursdays at 8:45 a.m. as they challenge each other to stay ahead. Also look out for their portfolios in the Sunday Gleaner. The Masters is brought to you in partnership with NCB Capital Markets, Credit Union Fund Management Company Limited, Money Masters Limited, and the Jamaica Stock Exchange. I'm Jean-Paul Manu. The Masters is another fine product from today's Money Limited.